Yo, so I was reading my Bible, right? And in Genesis 37 through 50, God snapped. Yo, tell me why I found out your biggest haters be your family.
That'll preach.
Cause why were they was hating on my boy Joseph's jacket? But let me rewind, because sometimes we have fake people showing fake love to us, straight up to our face. But let me catch y'all up. So Joseph was the favorite son, like
The favorite.
and y'all, his daddy Jacob didn't even try to hide it, because he had 2 wives. Well, technically, he got tricked into marrying sisters, but he really liked Joseph, mama, so that's why he was the favorite. Messy. But anyways, so y'all, he hooked Joseph up with a custom designer coat with a whole bunch of colors. It was giving luxury quarter zips while his brothers were rocking Walmart hand-me-downs. So y'all, his brothers were hot and Joseph wasn't helping. They were outside roasting s'mores and Joseph gon' say, y'all, I had a dream last night. Y'all were bowing down to me. His brothers were like,
Bowing down.
us. Boy, don't let that coat get your head knocked in. They couldn't stand him. So y'all, one day Jacob,
Their daddy.
sent Joseph to check on his brothers while they were working. But y'all, they see him coming from a mile away because his coat is blinding them in the sunlight. They were like, here comes daddy's little prince, and why he ain't working with us? We gotta get rid of him. And just like that, they snatched their own brother up and threw him in a pit and was about to kill him. But then Reuben,
The nice brother.
gon' say, wait y'all, we can't murk our own brother. So Judah gon' say, wait, ain't the new J's coming out? Maybe we should just sell him instead. So y'all, when some merchants rolled through, they were like, hey, y'all need another servant? Y'all tell me why they sold Joseph for 20 pieces of silver. Then they made this man take the jacket off and they dipped it in goat's blood and ripped it up. Y'all, then they turned into actors. They ran home and gon' say,
Daddy.
Daddy,
Oh no.
we found this jacket. Doesn't it look like it belongs to Joseph? Jacob looked at the coat like, Lord, not my favorite son done went home to be with the Lord. An animal must have got him. You just know the brothers were all sitting at Joseph's memorial being fake.
Fast forward.
Joseph ends up getting sold to a big shot Egyptian named Potiphar. So y'all, he out here working in Potiphar's house doing his thing, minding his business, being the best servant Potiphar had ever seen. Joseph was waxing on and waxing off real good. Everything he touched made Potiphar's house blessed. So Potiphar trusted Joseph because Joseph didn't complain. He was literally out here handling all Potiphar's business. But y'all, here's where it gets Tyler Perry-ish. Potiphar's wife notices Joseph cleaning and listen, Joseph was fine. So sis was like, hey, Jojo, you fix pipes? Joseph was like, ma'am, I work for your husband. But y'all, sis wasn't trying to hear none of that. So one day, she reversed me to him and straight up grabs him like, come here, Pooh. But like a real man of God, Joseph ran. Y'all, he got away so fast, all this lady was left holding on to was his coats in her hands. This man in these coats. But anyways, instead of being embarrassed, tell me why sis gon' lie to her husband Potiphar and gon' say, baby, pimp down.
I'm in distress.
Joseph tried to attack me.
And y'all.
Just like that, Joseph, an innocent man ended up in prison. I ain't gonna lie, if I was Joseph by now, I would've lost it. Cause how God gonna give my man a dream about being exalted and he gets sent into not only a pit, but now prison? Nope, somebody needs to see these hands. But y'all, Joseph played it cool and God wasn't done. So y'all, Joseph was in jail for being the first man to turn down Mary Meow. And Potiphar's wife was the first woman to get a left swipe. But y'all, Joseph wasn't just sitting in the corner crying in jail. Y'all tell me why he ended up running the whole prison like it was a Fortune 500 company. The warden literally put Joseph in charge of all the other prisoners. Joseph went from being locked up to being the manager of Cell Block C. Y'all, one day 2 of Pharaoh's boys get locked up, the cupbearer and the baker. Now y'all, the Bible didn't say exactly what they did, but apparently Pharaoh was big mad at both of them. Some think there might have been a plot to poison Pharaoh, maybe in the wine or the bread, and they were the prime suspects. So Pharaoh was like, both of y'all going to jail until I figure this out. Anyways, they both ended up in prison. This is Try Bible Stories with Tam Watts, the story of Joseph to be continued.